Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Jon Myer podcast. This podcast is all about our guests from around the world and highlighting their passions in tech and in the community. Our topic today is what are the cloud intelligent dashboards and what's new with them? Our guest today is Yuri, who is a principal technical account manager at AWS. He helps his customers build highly reliable, cost effective systems and achieve operational excellence while running workloads in AWS. Please join me in welcoming Yuri to the show. Yuri, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, hi everyone, and thank you, John, for inviting me. Really happy to be here. So let's have a chat about finops and all around. And yeah, I'm originally from Ukraine, and but at the moment based out of Luxembourg.
Well, Yuri, before we jump into the CUDOS dashboards, how about we give the audience a little bit of backstory about yourself?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm at the moment I'm with AWS and been here for a bit more than 4 years in a role of principal technical account manager. And my, let's say, day-to-day job is to help enterprise support customers to optimize everything on AWS and to make sure that they run workloads in optimized way according to our best practices and well-architected framework. And cost is very important part of this, right? And cost is concerned to every customer. Cost also reflects many other architectural parts of workloads. And it happened to be that cost became actually my passion. Yeah, and optimizing the cost became one of my kind of pet projects, which we together with a couple of other passionate Amazonians launched around 3 years ago, which actually turned out to be what we know now as Cloud Intelligence Dashboards or CUDOS dashboard, and keeps growing and keeps being used by many customers. Before joining AWS, I worked in different other companies. Mostly was helping building some data intensive distributed systems in the role of systems architect or software developer. And before that, also ran DevOps teams for mission critical workloads for telecom operators.
Well, Yuri, let's jump into the cloud intelligent dashboards. What are they?
Well, Cloud Intelligence Dashboards is a set of open source templates in Amazon QuickSight, which every customer can deploy in their accounts and get ready to be used, actionable, insightful dashboards on top of their spend and usage, which actually helps them to, first of all, to get great visibility on top of their cost, usage, and different other operational aspects of their workloads like performance, fault tolerance, and also Cloud Intelligence Dashboards allow customers to uh, customize the dashboards. Yeah, because we use Amazon QuickSight, and everything in QuickSight you can basically share within entire organization, and you can customize. So those dashboards allow you to actually build on top and fine tune the solution to your unique business need. Maybe to build some CEO dashboard or to build some, like different dashboards for different personas within FinOps, because we actually know that one size doesn't fit all. So that's one of the main interesting things. And Cloud Intelligence Dashboard so actually has it's a name of the project. Yes, so it's what we how we call it. And within the project we have several dashboards like CUDOS, one our the most popular dashboard, then cost intelligence dashboards and KPI dashboard, trusted advisor, which also known as TAO, compute optimizer. So we have many different dashboards, purpose-built dashboards, which actually help customers to visualize, get enhanced visibility, visualize their workloads, and also optimize them as well.
All right, Yuri, I was under the impression that the cloud intelligent dashboards, which was also referenced as CUDOS, but it turns out that CUDOS is just a dashboard underneath the cloud intelligent dashboards. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. That's correct. And we started with cost intelligence dashboards more than 3 years ago. Then we, on top of that, me and one more technical account manager from Luxembourg, Timur, we built together CUDOS, which where we added a lot of operational insights, where we made it for customers and uh, who would like to dive deeper into their, like cost per resource, cost per, cost per some like API operations. Basically, we go very dive deep into detail, very deep into details, and yeah, so and we named it CUDOS, and it became very popular. So we have a lot of customers who use it. We have a lot of technical account managers who use it internally with customers as well. So that's why it's common. Then people know us under name CUDOS because it's our the most popular dashboard. But we have more than we this approach of creating and pre-building templates for the customers, which customers then can deploy in their accounts. This approach really became very popular. And then we extended it. We've built, for example, dashboard which visualizes trusted advisor data, which is called TAO, and we also have a dashboard for compute optimizer, and we keep expanding this approach to even further domains. So we have now dashboard for sustainability. We have a dashboard for cost and usage from Azure on AWS. So we actually see that customers love to have the single pane of glass for their cost, usage, and everything cloud related in Amazon QuickSight, and we use QuickSight as a their go-to tool to share these reports and dashboards within organization.
Yuri, the Cloud Intelligence Dashboards were created 3 years ago, or the name and everything was created 3 years ago. What was your first dashboard created? Was it the Kudos, or did you have a different variation of it? And let's talk about how it's progressed.
Yeah, we started with cost intelligence dashboard, and it was created by Ali Whitman back then. And then cost intelligence dashboard gives customers a great visibility on a higher levels. Yes, so it's usually we see that more like financial or executive people use it. And then we took cost intelligence dashboard together with my colleague Timur back then, and built a CUDOS dashboard on top of it, and where we actually, as a TAMS, we added a lot of insights which we used to present customers during our management business reviews, cost optimization reviews. So actually, we've put pretty much all the knowledge and experience which TAMS have in the field to the dashboard, so every customer can have this as a self-service tool. So we came up basically back then with the name of CUDOS. We tried to play with cost and usage dashboard, yeah, and then there was idea around, then we want to hear CUDOS for CUDOS, and we came up with this name.
I keep using the pun kudos to you guys just because of the name. I think it's cool. I think it definitely fits everything that you guys are trying to do. One of the questions I have is you created these dashboards 3 years ago, and you're working because back then, when everybody was going to the cloud, cost wasn't a factor. We weren't thinking about it. But in recent years, FinOps has come around, right? It's been very popular. The culture, everything's been shifting towards that. Cost in your cloud has going up, and understanding it that it does cost rather than having a traditional data center. But if you use the cloud for what it was meant to be, then your costs won't be as much as you originally thought. My question for you for these dashboards is, now that they're 3 years old, is there ever a thought to have them as a standard by AWS that's automatically deployed within your account for visibility?
Well, it's so we still keep innovating. Yes, so we developed them 3 years ago, but we during this time we were adding new visuals, we were adding new capabilities to existing dashboards, we were adding new dashboards, and we based at the moment as in AWS well architected lab, and we are part of AWS well architected labs. Customers can easily deploy these dashboards by running cloud formation templates. Deployment takes usually around from 20 to like 25 minutes. It's very easy and simple, and we actually working close with our service teams who run billing console and all experience around, and we actually work very closely on the next steps of how to bring these dashboards closer to the customer. So like this work is in progress, I would say, but overall it's for customers, it's really about, the deployment part. It's one time operations. They deploy it once, but then they have it all in QuickSight, and then they keep using dashboards in the QuickSight, and they share within their engineering teams, product owners, and other FinOps related personas. So it's, deployment part, I would say it's not the most critical here. It's like rather the next usage of the dashboard is more critical. But we are part of well architected labs now, so let's say we it's pretty much official.
Well, I like that. Yuri, actually, let's talk about that. You're part of the Well Architected Labs. This is newly released landing page that you were actually posting on social media. What's it
Yeah.
been, 3 weeks now? Do you have some stuff you can share with us?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, we are part of well-architected labs, and let me present here a bit to share screen. So we have in well-architected labs, we have labs for different pillars of well-architected framework, like as you can see here, operational excellence, security, reliability. And we used to be in a cost optimization section or a pillar of well-architected labs. But with the time, we actually a bit overgrown cost section, because we have, for example, trusted advisor dashboard, which shows also recommendations and risks for security, for fault tolerance, for performance. Now we are working on we released also sustainability dashboard, which covers sustainability domain, right, or sustainability pillar. So we together with well architected team, we decided, hey, we pretty much can be it can be hosted in a top level section, because we cover visibility for other well architected pillars, right? We try to uncover like how to identify what we're talking about in well architected framework or white papers, how now to to visualize it all and make sense out of it. So that's why we now moved to this top level section in well architected labs. Here you can find us cloud intelligence dashboards, and this page acts as a reference page for all our dashboards. So as a reference, what I mean is the actual deployment guides could be hosted on other different platforms. So you can see here's a lot of links. So you can have a look at our demo dashboards. So here's example of CUDOS, and also you can go to details page, for example, and read more about dashboard itself, like some details, descriptions, and go to deployment guide, right? And then follow the deployment steps, how to deploy the dashboard. And as I mentioned, it's pretty easy. There are like a couple of CloudFormation templates which you need to run and get it all deployed. So yeah, and for some dashboards here, we have references to other workshops like sustainability proxy metrics. It's hosted in sustainability well-architected labs. So if you go to deploy here, you will be actually in well-architected sustainability pillar, right? And the dashboard located there. That's why we decided that it really makes sense here to have this reference page with all the links. So it's like, like dashboard portfolio for customers, which they can choose which dashboard to deploy, which dashboards to have a look in a demo, and make a decision later. And we also try to kind of target link to target audience who might be interested in those dashboards.
Yuri, I was going to ask you why the cloud intelligent dashboards were part of the well architected labs. And I can understand why, based off the deployments that are happening, the dashboards that you have available, the sustainability, the cost optimization, you're going into operational excellence. I can see the dashboards as part of the well architected labs, but will they be part of the well-architected framework at any point, or they're just there available for people to utilize, test out, and get a feel for what they're going to be like in their environment?
We actually already part of well-architected framework. So cost optimization, well-architected white paper, and recommendations which you which you have in the tool, they already reference cloud intelligence dashboards in some sections. So we already part of well-architected framework. So for example, when we talk about cost visibility, and there are like different set of recommendations. So like there are recommendations about deployment of cloud intelligence dashboards to get this very detailed cost visibility.
Oh, I like it that the well-architected framework is referencing the dashboards, that it's a suggestion, right? It's a recommendation
Yeah,
to deploy these out within your environment to get full visibility into the cost of any type of workload based under the well-architected review process.
absolutely. Yeah, that's the goal, right? And also, like then we in the dashboards we try to, to visualize and to help customers to simplify the reasoning about what we actually talk about in well-architected white papers and framework as well. Sustainability here is also very interesting example because in sustainability well-architected white paper we talk about proxy metrics, yeah, how to assess like your sustainability improvements, and we describe those proxy metrics, but in the sustainability dashboard we actually visualize those proxy metrics so customers can now connect the white paper to their data.
Yuri, talk to me about the latest things that are happening in the CUDOS dashboards. Maybe will they ever be a part of TAO?
Yeah, so let's have a look. So there are a couple of recent interesting releases which we've done in like I would say uh, previous couple of months. So let me switch to the demo dashboard and let's go to Tao. It's our dashboard for Trusted Advisor. It's available for customers who on business, enterprise, and on-RAM support because simply the Trusted Advisor is available for those customers. And here in the dashboard, you can find summary tab for your like high level overview of trusted advisor checks across different well architected pillars like security, fault tolerance, performance, cost optimization, with amount of flagged resources, with monthly progress towards mitigation, and also here we have a separate tabs like details about security and with resource level granularity for different checks, and the same for rest, like for cost optimization you can see what are your idle database instances and what's the estimated savings, etc. But what we recently included to summary tab is customers often asked to have ability to dive deeper into trends in a single place without jumping between tabs. So what we added here is so-called Trusted Advisor Explorer, a feature like we call it. So here on the right side you have all your linked accounts with monthly trends of flagged resources. On the left side you have all the Trusted Advisor checks with amount of flagged resources, right? And you can basically easily understand, okay, look, here is some account which had like 574 checks in February. You can interactively click on it and then rest of the visuals would be filtered based on your selection. So now you actually looking into that particular account, and as you can see there are some different security recommendations like cost, etc. But you can find, hey, here is like the some recommendations or checks which have the most resources here. So you can click on the check as well, and then here detailed view will be also filtered based on your selection, and you will have all resource IDs, all accounts, so all regions. So you can easily then know, okay, here's what I should focus on. Maybe you can go later to security tab and view in more details or view more trends, but this is like a single place which allows you to dive deeper in pretty much any trusted advisor check and resources with resource IDs which basically flagged by trusted advisor.
Yuri, I can see this as very powerful for everybody for visualization within a single place. I think the Trusted Advisor Explorer definitely caters to the FinOps community and those that are trying to visualize everything and just be able to accomplish those tasks or to see where they can kind of tackle some of those challenges within their cost optimization within their environment. It's this is really awesome that you guys put this together.
Yeah, and we, as I mentioned, we keep adding features to our dashboards, and customers can update dashboards when if they have like deployed previous versions, they can basically run update and get the latest version with all these new features.
Well, actually, talk to me about the update. How does that process work? So I've deployed out this dashboard following the well-architected labs and the deployment guide, but now you guys put out a new update for it, and I want those features. Is it a rip down or is it just an add-on that updates the existing deployment?
Yeah, it's as simple as running three commands in your Cloud shell. So it's like you need to install our Python module CID/CMD and then run CID/CMD update. It will discover which dashboards you have at the moment, will discover which dashboards like pending updates where we have a latest version of template which is not available, or which is late like which is more recent than the version of the dashboard which you have deployed, and you just pick the dashboard from the list and you get it updated. Or you can watch the video here where actually we cover this in step by step. But it's super easy, and customers always have a way how to get latest version of the dashboards and get all the new features which we provide.
Yuri, talk to me about FinOps a little bit, and that there's different personas that want to see different variations of it, from the engineering to the finance to the CIOs to the business managers. You were talking about how QuickSight and the Cloud Intelligent Dashboards cater to those different personas that are available to it. Is it as simple as a drop down and I want to select my certain persona that I've already set up, or is there an additional configuration that needs to be done?
Once you deploy the dashboard, yeah, you have it pretty much in this state as is. Yeah, you can share it with different ways, which via different way mechanisms which support which QuickSight supports. For example, you can share it via Identity Center if you use things like SSO, or you can even share dashboard via email. Yeah, so in many cases we see that some FinOps personas usually don't log into AWS console, especially like finance people, yeah, or executives. Or some finance personas like product owners or maybe engineering leads, they need visibility over just a group of accounts. Yes, so like, and if you look at what you can do in AWS console, you can either like see everything if you log into payer account, or you can see like account per account basis, and you need to log into every account. So here we actually consolidating all the information. By the way, in the dashboards, you can consolidate data from multiple payers in one single place. So it's like you connect your all AWS organizations in one single place. And then yeah, you can share dashboard. You can apply QuickSight row level security, where you actually allow your engineers or allow your other FinOps personas to see only data which they should see, and you basically map linked accounts to your QuickSight users, and it's very very powerful because it actually enables these use cases where you want to share some group of accounts with someone, but you don't want to share entire organizational data. And then what else you can do is in QuickSight you can create so-called analysis or editable version of the dashboard. And there it's just you can do it via just few clicks, like you click save as, and you created an analysis, and there you can see all the columns, all the fields which we use, all the logic which is used here. You can reshuffle and change the position of the visuals. You can create a new tab, for example. So it's pretty much easy to do because it's in QuickSight, which is BI tool, which is built for ease of creation of this kind of visualization. So you can many customers actually build on top, and they learn how we calculate in particular things, like savings and discounts in a single place for all your kind of savings plans, spot, all refunds, etc., in one single place. So customers learn how to calculate it all, because it's pretty much not very trivial. Yeah, it's quite challenging. So that's why they actually love, and that's very 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 common pattern, is to take these dashboards and customize and build on top.
Yuri, I can see the power at anybody's fingertips to customize the dashboards for their specific needs and visualization. Is there ever a possibility that there's just too much data for them to realize? I mean, I can see the value in all the data, but at one point, I don't want to say analysis by paralysis, but there's just too much data that it's hard to understand what you need to do next, what you need to tackle, what's driving my cost up.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why you can, you can. I call sometimes CUDOS as a supermarket of the visuals of visualization. So you can find the ones that matter for you and just move them into separate tab, which like makes sense for you, which matters for you. So that's what you can do. Another thing is, I in this case I would really recommend also to explore our KPI dashboard, because KPI dashboard actually allows you to, it provides you set of predefined cost optimization KPIs, like percentage of your workloads running on previous the generations of EC2 instances, or a percentage of your workloads running on Spot or on Graviton, or like amount of volumes, EBS volumes which use GP3, our the most cost efficient EBS volume types. And interesting part that you can actually set your own goals here. So if you want to migrate RDS to Graviton, you can set your goal like 90 or 100%. You might want to set EBS GP3 migration to 90%. You can adjust your goals here, and then you can see, like, pretty much in very structured way, you can see where you are, what's your monthly progress, right? Whether you achieve, what's your goal, whether you achieved it or not. So it actually allows you to, to simplify this reasoning about. So it's pretty much straight to the point what you should track and where you are with this. But another added value is that we also estimate potential savings which you can get if you achieve the goal. So for example, for different goals, you can see what you can save, or what you could save previous months. So first of all, you can easily understand, okay, so we optimize it by, by around 7K our potential savings, so it's good. Another thing is we can prioritize the efforts, so we could see what is the most impactful change, and also assess how hard it would be for us to implement. So for example, migrate to Spot might be not the easiest exercise, but migrating to GP3 might be much easier, right? So, and we can see that migration to GP3 brings pretty decent amount of savings, I mean, in this demo customer. So that actually allows you to like prioritize the efforts as well.
Yuri, this is very clean and powerful. The KPI dashboards, I think, is something I recommend anybody actually deploying it up, because it's one of those hidden costs, or one of those hidden things that you're not visualizing, or you can't visualize. It's very clean for that. Yuri, let me switch gears a little bit. What's next for CUDOS? What's happening?
Well, yeah. So next we keep adding new functionality. So we're exploring a lot of additional visuals which we want to add related to analytics services, including QuickSight, for example. Another part is we are going to also work on some performance optimization of some visuals to, to optimize them to be loaded very fast, regardless of the size of your cost and usage report, because as I mentioned, customers often combine multiple payers in one single place, and that sometimes for very large customers it might be loading a bit slower. So we are going to optimize performance, so it's regardless of your size, it will be super fast, and the performance will be stable. One more thing what we are going to release also in we are working on a couple of new dashboards. So we will release, I think, in nearest future, like new dashboard, so stay tuned. And yeah, and also we are working with service teams to, to get this experience kind of part of standard service offering. So that's our kind of our part of what we are doing. And one more thing, that we recently joined FinOps Foundation as AWS. So and we also joined focus group for open cost and usage specification. So I think it's a lot of potential there as well, to actually like align to focus terminology, what we have in our existing dashboards, then also contribute to focus specification, and then, also use specification into evolution of our dashboards as well.
Well, Yuri, speaking of joining the FinOps Foundation, Reinvent is actually coming up. What's happening for the Cloud Intelligence Dashboards and FinOps at Reinvent?
Yeah, so we have plenty of sessions, and actually, I think we have a whole blog post about that. So let me just bring it to the screen, and where we have outlining all the FinOps related sessions, or majority of FinOps related sessions. So here you can find it in internet, right? So, and we have quite a lot. Yeah, we have breakout sessions, we have workshops, and they mostly around entire AWS service offering for FinOps. And for Cloud Intelligence Dashboard specifically, we have this year we have a workshop, COP 312, track and visualize cost effectiveness of your workloads and KPI targets, where we will be providing participants a hands-on experience, right? So they would be able to uh, use the dashboards and customize the dashboards in their accounts, and actually build business unit metrics by combining AWS cost and usage with some business metrics, like cost per customer, cost per transaction, and things like that, and actually bringing this all together. So in QuickSight, it's quite easy to do. So we will be running this kind of labs during this workshop. And also, we will have a breakout session in architecture track, COP 319, where we are going to talk with Mike Graf from Dolby about impact of cost-aware culture and FinOps in general to overall health of customer workloads and architecture, and other well-architected domains. And we also might have some guest speakers there as well together with us. But let's see closer to the dates.
Yuri, how many sessions or workshops are you doing at this year's Reinvent?
So yeah, I'm participating in the workshop and also that architecture breakout session, but also like involved into helping some other folks. I think we like what I like in preparations to Reinvent, that a lot of FinOps related professionals, right, and enthusiasts actually come together and help each other on different topics and different sessions. So like if someone has some particular part of like KPIs or something like that, so we actually work together with everyone who involved into that, and helping each other to make content better, to just bring like more diverse experience or diverse opinions on the like feedback. And that's what I really like in our preparations to Reinvent, that we actually act as a one big team of all the field FinOps specialists who then come with the best possible content for our customers.
Yuri, are you looking forward to one specific session that either you're presenting or somebody's presenting at Reinvent that you'd like to highlight for the audience?
Well, look, I would suggest like pick your session, as I will be like I cannot attend sessions, right? So it's like I'm not considering them from a standpoint of what could be useful or not. I would say for every customer it's better to assess where they are in terms of their FinOps journey. If they looking for more kind of hands-on or more practical advices, which would be kind of which they can take out of the session and go and implement, the better for them to attend workshops or chat talks, or so like something which, or builder session, right? Breakout sessions better would fit for for maybe decision makers, for visionaries, for more kind of people who involved not in hands-on building, but rather deciding how you are building stuff, right, and where you're leading to. So for those people, I would recommend to to join breakout sessions. And yeah, as I mentioned, we have also a session, ARC 319 in architecture track, where I will be presenting as well. So I would say choose your right session, because Reinvent, it's hard to to navigate, hard to pick out of all the sessions which ones you want to attend. So I would say, yeah, just decide based on what experience you want to get.
Yuri, I'm actually going to do another little plug in here about our Faces and FinOps podcast that's happening at the Blue Wire Studios. Yuri and the entire team, we're going to have them in there talking more in depth about the cloud intelligence dashboards, CUDOS, what's coming up, some of the releases, some of the events that are happening. definitely stay tuned for that. Yuri, are you looking forward to this awesome adventure out in the Blue Wire Studios?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be great because we have such a cool lineup there.
Yes, definitely don't miss this. The recording is happening on Monday. We're going to try to get it out as quick as possible. It will be releasing sometime in December, but stay tuned for that episode. Yuri, I got to wrap things up, but thank you so much for the in-depth conversation around not only the dashboards, CUDOS, TAL, the KPIs, and everything that you're releasing. Also, what's happening at Reinvent, because I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks. Also, thank you for this opportunity to to speak about cloud intelligence dashboards. And yeah, looking forward to meet everyone at Reinvent. Yeah, join our sessions related to finops, and also like when you will be passing by our CFM or finops kiosk, just pass by to say hi. Most likely, when I'm not at the sessions, I will be somewhere around there.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Yuri, so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. This has been the Jon Myer podcast. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notify because guess what? We're out of here.